What is going on, you guys? To the new subscribers, welcome in. Usual suspects, welcome back. I'm trying to do this video a little different, but I at least wanted to give you guys an intro so I can kind of explain. We finally reached the place that I've been trying to get to for a very long time, so I'm super excited about this video. So I'm going to start out with just some videos kind of showing you how the first load went down, and then from there I will get into discussing how we even ended up with our first load, what laws I may or may not have broken, fun with the DOT that I've had. It's been a fun couple days, and I cannot wait to tell you about it. Coming up, let's get into it.
It's a pretty easy load, man. It only weighs about like 36,000 pounds or so, give or take a couple thousand. Might be 32, might be like 38 range.
We're good.
But yeah, and then it's just simple strap and go, 53 step deck required.
Got it. Well, it's late. It is the day before Christmas, the day before your birthday, and the day before the first day of school, all rolled into one. I am excited. I am nervous. I am everything all rolled into one. But it's finally happening. So, hey, let's get rolling. We have trailers stacked on top of trailers, on top of trailers. We got two here in the first 5 feet, as you can see. We got another one back here. Probably am, because I have an extra winch, gonna throw another one up there. Everything is staying good and tight. We got a belly strap. I threw a belly strap and an over strap here right in the middle, because you know the amount of trust that these people put in wood is ridiculous. But you can see they stuffed all the, you got all your fenders stuffed under here, so they built this cribbage for me. And so, but if you look at it, so you've got 5 straps on the longest trailer up top, and it varies down below. And then I put 2 belly straps on this one, plus 3 overs, plus you got the one on the back. And then we got our pallet here of tires. But because the whole load only weighs 32,000 pounds, we kept the trailer tires together. That makes it a little easier. But, yep, 2 on the bottom, 3 over the top. You got a little bit more up front, but it's what it is, what it is. So she's hooked up, she's ready to go. She's already been through 2 scale houses, so everything's looking on the up and up. But that's the load. We'll talk about how tall it is here in a minute. Talk to you soon. I also wanted to point out real quick, in case you do get these loads, they did me a solid here. They put the U-bolts with a piece of wood to hold it up. They didn't do a solid here. So as you can tell, those U-bolts are shrinking down into the wood. And that is why you're supposed to do load checks every 3 hours, 150 miles. So I haven't had any other movage, but she is all loaded up, good and tight. So our first load, there it is. Well, and there you have it. We are loaded with our first load as an owner-operator. And by the way, when I say owner-operator, that's not big timing. It's not braggadocious, I promise. It's not anything like...
Are you a big man? Huh? I'm talking to you. I put on my big boy pants. Look, I'm wearing a belt. I got big boy pants on. Little jacket, you go. You take your lunch because you got big boy pants on. You got your big boy pants and your snack. That's how you conduct yourself in a democracy.
It's not like that. I get a lot of people from, obviously, my past mistakes, which we'll talk about soon, at working what company I work for. So I simply say owner-operators. People know I'm not affiliated with the company, and maybe they think that gives them a straight scoop. But we were sitting at home. I told y'all we expected to get my IFTA on Monday. No, so I got up on Tuesday and said, call them again first thing in the morning. I actually had a physical, had a meeting with the doctor, and said, hey, what is going on? She goes, oh, well, it doesn't list how many trucks you have. And I was like, well, I told the lady on Thursday this and da da. She goes, okay, it's done. It's in the system. I waited 7 weeks for that.
You just got jammed.
But guess what? Oh, sir, yep, it takes 7 to 10 days to get your stickers.
You just got jammed.
Guys, I didn't have 7 to 10 days. I was like, my truck is loaded, kids, summer's over, I'm ready to make money. It has been 6 weeks. It was a six week process. I thought it would take 4. Some of that's on me. I took some time, but I was like, I got to get running. Now,
Kevin, you can run in Texas for free.
yes, I could run in Texas for free. I do have my Texas DOT number. Here's the problem. It's 100 and hell degrees in Texas right now. And you know what? I will go ahead and I will turn in my man card to you now and let you have it. That's fine. Working in 110 degrees, it is not good for your body. You know, hey, I sweated. I sweated my rear end off doing securing this load. It does happen. You do have to get sweaty and get dirty. I went flatbed. I'm fine with that. But it's also not good for your truck because A, you're going to be idling because it's hot as dog stuff. AC is trying to keep up. My oil temperatures are higher. My water temperatures are higher. Everything's higher because it's so you're driving, and instead of getting a cool breeze over the grill, you're basically getting a hair dryer. So it's like, look, I've got to run. So Tuesday afternoon, I'll jump on the load board, and there is a load that is posted. It's on our trailer, if you couldn't tell, and it is going from Paris, Texas, basically, to Olympia, basically Seattle, Washington. And I'm like, okay. It's 33,000 pounds, no tarp, strap and go, ish. So I'm like, okay, so strap and go, that is a great first load. It is a long run. It's paying $227 a mile. So for the math guys, it's paying $5,000. They had it posted at 46. I hit them at 55. You heard in the video, I think, I don't know if I included it or not. We agreed at $5,000. Here's the thing for me, and everybody's different. And I talked about this a little bit in my live, but I understand not a lot of people saw that. My fixed expenses for my company are $2,354 per month. So that is for the whole month. That is all fixed expenses. So this one load from the 2nd of August to the 7th of August, because I'm taking my time, is going to pay my company $5,000. You take out fuel, you take a couple of itty-bitty small tolls, and you take out the fixed expenses, my fixed expenses are now paid for the entire month of August when I deliver this load, and I'll still also make about $1,000 profit. But from next Monday through the end of August, every load is simply fuel, tolls, maintenance, profit. Now, profit is subjective because of the money that I have invested in this business, but that's why I took this load. Nice, easy load. I rolled out there. It picked up on Wednesday. You saw I went in and they put the Jenga, the Jingle puzzle together on the trailer. And what I didn't show you when I was showing you the load is that he says, oh, by the way, gotta love it when they say that, you're going to Washington, you're in Texas, we load to 14 feet tall. Which is not that big of a deal, except for there's a little state called Oklahoma that you have to go through. If you go out 287, you go across Oklahoma. If you go up 35, you go up Oklahoma. If you go north of Paris, you go up Oklahoma. But did some research, and from what I found, when you get the answer you want, you stop talking. As long as you were on the interstate, federal roads, you can go up to 14. Any state roads, state maintained roads, county roads, over 13.6, you have to have a permit. So, we're going to go backtrack, because it's about 60 miles, being honest. Back to 35. We're going to roll up past the way station where I got my first DOT, get pulled in, get the bypass lane, and I'm going, and I'm getting to Paul's Valley, which is just outside Oklahoma City, and I'm like, you know what, it's been a long day. I think this is where I'm going to stop. And there on the billboard, it simply says, Valero, truck stop. Jimmy Bob's truck stop, Joan Bob, somebody's truck stop. So, hey, you know what, truck stop is a little bit early. I'm not going to try and mess with the loves. It's 4 o'clock. Getting off the highway, go left to the Valero. It is definitely not a truck stop. It's a dispensary now. I could have stopped and got high, but I can't park there. So, son of a gun. Well, guess what else there is? There's nowhere to turn around. So, I tell you guys, and I tell you from my personal experience, I am not ashamed to say that I am not perfect. And I'm sure you will tell me the 50 things I could have done different. But what I was not going to do was make a bad situation worse.
No, man, but you got to keep going. What am I going to do, quit? That's not an option. You got to keep on keeping on. Life's a garden, dig it? You make it work for you. You never give up, man. That's my philosophy.
That load is 14 feet tall on a low boy. I wasn't going to chance trying to pull some funky jank turnaround somewhere. I said, you know what? It's 25 miles. I'll just run the risk. And 25 miles was as nervous I've been in a very long time. But you know what? Made it back to the highway. Everything was fine. So now we're going to go on a little bit of a quick rant. So I knew going from Texas to Washington that I did not have my IFTA. I did not have my credentials. I did not have my sticker. I will pay the permit costs, which for me was about $175 for all the 6 states I got to go through to get to Washington. But there are 2 states where you cannot get them online. You cannot get them ahead of time. You have to stop at the port of entry. And so I got to Colorado. I'm in Limon, Colorado right now. And I stopped at the port of entry, and I give him my binder with all my paperwork in it. And he goes, sir, you have IFTA. I was like, well, I have IFTA technically. I go, it's in the system, but I don't really have any proof. And he goes, well, we can see that you have IFTA, so we can't issue you a fuel permit. You're fine anywhere in Colorado. And the lieutenant behind him was like, yeah, we're not going to, you can't pay for, we can't, the system won't let us give somebody with IFTA because it's a fuel reporting thing. But you buy a permit and just go buy a whole bunch of fuel in Colorado and be like, well, I have a permit. And so they're like, we can't do that. All right, cool. Well, so I wonder if that's like that everywhere. She goes, I don't know. You have to call them. So called Wyoming. And Wyoming says, well, don't you dare run a way station. You have to have that permit. We can't see in the computer system. And if you get pulled over without that IFTA, and if you look at Trucker Path, a lot of their DOT are waste of time. I've seen it in Wyoming all the time where they do just paperwork checks. Because you get a huge ticket. You have to stop and get the fuel permit. So you're telling me, a chicken fried this rice. No, sorry, dad joke. You're telling me that Colorado has some super state-of-the-art system where they can see my IFTA, and Wyoming doesn't have that.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
No, it's a money grab. Oh, and by the way, they don't open till 7 o'clock tomorrow.
You just got jammed.
So I can't leave as early as I wanted to from Limon. It is what it is. I wasn't messing with Denver this afternoon anyway. But we are on our way to Wyoming. I have an awesome video plan that I plan to put out Sunday. We are going to deliver our first load on Monday, and things are finally going our way. So I appreciate all the support. Hope you got some kicks and laughs out of this video. God bless. Let's get rolling.